I've been here a few days and I'm aware. I am aware of every particle of pollution I breathe in. In traffic, I count H2s in drivers who don't use their turn signals. I inventory all the plastic surgeries at the grocery store. I'm unable to sleep for more than a couple of hours at a time. It's my post-tour heartbreak. It's my 133-show momentum, hung up on a hook in a dark closet, rendered expended in past tense. Purposeless, I wander through the no-life of my life. Earlier this morning, I sat in my closet with all the old photos and mementos of over 2 decades of tours past. I do it every time. I sit with the old stories, all the old miles, the voices. The workouts are adequate, but there's no fire in them. Just putting in the reps because it's what I do when the sun goes down. But there's nothing to train for. It's just flatline time. There's no duty here, no mission, no standard. Do what you want. Show up, don't show up. I'm not tied to anything. The woman I was going out with flew in here a couple of days ago. She was back at the airport 14 hours later. We broke up. It's sad. It's just 2 people. Why can't things work out? I said, have a nice flight. She said, I'm dead sorry. I returned to my car and slipped back into traffic. It's been a few days of approximation and distraction. I've been sleeping at the office, avoiding myself, hiding from myself in books and music. Velimir Klebnikov, Alfred Jerry, Pumla Gobodo Medikizela, Antony Beevor, The Fall, Johnny Thunders. The hours pass like water comes from a bucket not carried carefully, wasted, unnoticed. Coming back from the living, breathing world into this dead, dry vein, toxic killing field of vampire fucks feels like waking up in a Joan Didion novel. The California she writes about is the California I see all around me. The other night, one of my agents asked me if I wanted to go to dinner. Sure, we did. We did dinner. I just done did doing dinner with someone. Do alliteration? Do sushi? Done did that. Got a letter from the agent the next day. It's great to have you as a client. Mr. McVeigh, I'm going to put a needle into this vein here. There'll be a small stick. There you go. It's really great to have you as a client. I saw a group of people leave the table to my left. When the man got up, I could see the handgun sticking out of his pants. He looked right at me until I looked back down. I know what he was thinking. You know what he was thinking? What the fuck are you looking at? Eat your food, bitch. That's what he was thinking. My house is situated on a piece of road that seems to be the last place that drivers can use their cell phones before they climb the hill and lose signal. Sometimes I can hear the conversations of these movers and shakers. The guy today walked from his truck to my driveway, back across the street, talking and making circular movements with his free hand as he worked his client. When you go in there, you show them that the way you want to express yourself to the world is through acting, and that's the gift you want to give to them. This is infectious, and everyone there will be swept up by it, and that'll make them want to get shit happening for you. Yes, of course I know you're freaking out, and you're welcome to come over anytime. Yes, I'm totally devoted to you, and I think you have a lot to give. I think you have the thing to give. Okay, gotta go. Hang in there. You're doing great stuff out here. Great stuff. Talk soon. He checks his watch, looks around, gets back in his SUV, and he's gone. I've been languaging with the locals, and it's been going pretty good. At the grocery store checkout, the guy asked me how my weekend was. Fine, I guess. Then he asked me if I was going out on the town tonight. Nope, just back to the office. The last question woke me up. Are you a dancer? My answer. Do I look like a fucking dancer to you? Everyone in line stops what they're doing. We're the show now. I'm alive again and completely focused on him. Just trying to put a smile on my face? Oh, and lonely somehow. For what? Who can answer the questions? Who can know? Who can slip through the tree line into the clearing? The one who stayed 14 hours and left? Can relationships be more than approximation and compromise to avoid the darkness beyond the firelight? Is it ever real? Or is it just desired into fact inside a sliver of grace pulled from a wave of sorrow and disgust? In these polluted California nights, I have put my arms around a naked woman and felt the distance between us set by the outcrop of her implants, and knew that we both knew that everything we were going to say and do was going to be 1 calorie, artificially flavored, and sealed in a scratch-resistant, easy-to-wash coating. I've looked for poetry in these nights and found only sirens and coyote howls bouncing off the walls of the canyon. Only found whitey fear, melodrama, and bleached teeth, stillborn intellect, blood-turning beige, and small rooms in stucco-slapped apartment buildings, slow horror, darkness. Only a few days ago, my legs took me to places worthwhile. Vocabulary was utilized and the brain processed real-world information. There was air to breathe and somewhere to be the next day. My mind strained at the leash, teeth snapping at everything, perpetually demanding and open-throated. Now here, now this. Never tell, never cling, never confide, never beg. Not here. They will surround you like predators. Neck first, they snap it. And as you lie paralyzed, you witness your evisceration. You can hear the neighbors' laughter and their glasses clinking a few doors away. Never relax, never exhale, never release, never reveal. Not here. They will ignore you like the dead. Mind first. They kill it. And as you relax catatonic, you witness your decline. The neighbor hands you a glass of wine and gives you his card. Great stuff. Drop dead. Talk soon. I ignored memories that had become defining lessons in shame to come from the cool shadows of the tree line to the clearing because you put your hand out to me. I stopped thinking that need was danger disguised as desperation because you said my name. I stopped thinking that desire was violence disguised as mutual disgust because you kissed me. I stopped thinking that life was fear disguised as mere existence because I could feel you breathing when I held you in my arms. And when I was finally standing at my full height, emboldened by the sheer power of wanting and being wanted, of calling out and being heard, this is when you chose to show me that I'm invisible to the eyes unless viewed under the spotlight of rejection, that I'm voiceless in the howling storm of your indifference. Time passes in a vacuum and suddenly you summon me like a siren to the fatal shore of your heart. But there's no shore, no heart. Just vast desert expanse where the weary and bewildered wander lost, wishing for the cool shadows and the darkness behind the tree line. So now that the sun has set on this failed city, let us not raise our voices above a whisper. Let us not look into each other's eyes. Let us be safe in darkness and silence and still our hearts for a moment or many moments. But most importantly, let us forget until the land is reclaimed by the desert. Until denial and greed have finally dried up all that once flowed, until the lie is perished, until all is as it should be. Until next time.